This is Module 1, Lesson 27, titled Solving Percent Problems. The goal of this lesson, I can find the percent of a quantity. I can find the whole given the part in the percent. We're actually going to combine Lesson 27 with Lesson 28 and 29 because they're all very similar. As always, when watching this video, pause the video at any time. Watch parts as many times as necessary, and make sure you take good notes throughout. Let's start with example number 1. The directions say, solve the following 3 problems. Write the words percent, whole, or part under each problem to show which piece you are solving for. It's going to be very important that you know what the information means and what you're solving for in order to set it up correctly. In this first example, 60% is obviously going to be a percent. Notice 300 follows our word of. As mentioned in an earlier lesson, anything that follows of is the whole. So 300 will be our whole, which means the missing piece of information we're going to find is our part. So in that particular example, we're going to be finding our part. If I was to set that up using my equivalent ratio, I would say part over whole equals percent over 100. I'm finding the part. The whole is 300. The percent is 60. And of course, the percent always goes over 100. I can then cross multiply and divide. I'm going to cross multiply these two that are given first. 300 times 60 is 18,000. And then I'm going to divide it by 100. So 18,000 divided by 100 is 180. 180 is 60% of 300. In our next example, 60 is the percent. You can see that from the percent sign. Notice we have an empty amount that follows the word of. So that tells us we're going to find the whole here, which tells me that 300 this time is going to be my part. If I'm to set that up, of course, I've got part over whole equals percent over 100. 300 is going to be my part, and I'm going to be finding the whole this time. And I want to set that equal to 60 over 100. I'm going to cross multiply the two that are given this time, which are 300 and 100. 300 times 100 equals 30,000. And then we're going to divide that by 60. 30,000 divided by 60 is 500. So our whole in this particular question is 500. In the last example, notice there's the word of. That means the 300 is the whole. There's a blank in front of the percent sign, so that's the percent, meaning the 60 is the part. In this particular problem, we're going to find the percent. So let's set it up like we did before. Part over whole equals percent over 100. Fill in our information in the correct spots. 60 is the part. 300 is the whole. We're finding the percent this time, and that always goes over 100. The numbers that I'm going to cross multiply are 60 and 100. Do that first. 60 times 100 equals 6,000. And then we're going to divide it by the 300. And I get 20. So my percent is 20%. Now they gave me the percent sign, so I don't need to add it on there. But if I'm finding the percent and they don't give me the percent sign, I always want to make sure that I include it, so I know that it's a percent. Notice in each one of those problems, it's the same numbers, the same method. However, we're just placing the numbers in different places throughout, so that because we are finding different pieces of information. So make sure that you understand what the numbers mean and what you're finding.